squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bears will kick it away to start. Here's the return from inside his 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Texas A&M's offense will get the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood.
Going for a big play right off the bat. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Aggies want to crank the tempo.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to take off. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Bears offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders, football team, got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the... He'll take the deep shot. And they almost had a connection on the long pass, but the receiver couldn't make the grab in bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. 2nd down after that incompletion. To throw, it's Reed. Slings it downfield. Soft spot in the middle. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. He's going to pass. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about, Reese. So we visited, and you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans think about this game in particular.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. And the Bears decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clip in the locker room, you know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Trying to get to it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Aggies are in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Reed. Got his man in the middle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's a play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick. until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking to pass. It's Robertson. Unloads it left. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Line getting set on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking.
Makes the grab on the left side. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Heaves it deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Texas A&M going quickly.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
Running to Green. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fat.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Into the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Aggie!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touches, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Baylor has it back. Here comes the Bear offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking to go up top on first down. Makes a catch and knocked down.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Looking for room, it's Moss. At the 45, on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Going for 6. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Stealing points now off the board.
Timeout called here. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Turns it loose deep. Grabs it inside the 15. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Looking to move it through the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the 1st half. This is a good start.
1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
Takes the handoff. It's Moss.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Pressure coming. And he just wore out his welcome in the pocket. Way too long, a coverage sack for this defense.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone, and you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his big tight end. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Robertson. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that plan is working to perfection.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Fires on the move. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. The play action fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. He'll try to do it himself. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Looking to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the X-Point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. That is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines or else you draw the flag. Here comes the offense on 1st down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Presley. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Bears will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Has it back in the offense, ready to go to work.